situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the New York Giants. On the visiting sideline, there you see Packer head coach Matt LaFleur. His guys just 2 wins over their last 6 games. On the other side, Giants head coach Brian Daboll. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner, their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him doing it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Running left is Tracy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Now 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll go again with Tracy. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he will try to run through the entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Giants. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
It's out, it's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Brings up 2nd and
looking to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. They give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The Giants at 4 and 6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but
The attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Right back to Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll hand it to Tracy. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Xavier McKinney on the tackle. A 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down.
On the run is Tracy. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Packers pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
The Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
2nd and 10. From the gun, Dart. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And they'll try to run the option to pick it up. And this will be a Giants 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now a 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Dart once more. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Now out come the Giants. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. New York set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Staying on his feet. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. To the air again, Dart. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? Down to the 10. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown. And the Giants ready to come out now. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, will spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 42-yard line, here's second and a yard.
At the 42-yard line.
Play fake, and here's Dart. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
It's all over. A Green Bay victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.